Hello everyone, this is Rowan Horton back again with another video for New Year's Eve, and this is going to be a little history about. This is going to be a history about my interest in Teletubbies. So, to start the story, around 1995, Anne Wood, Anne Wood was brainstorming a television series to entertain young children and teach them about coordinate coordinative play and she did some research about astronauts and that she thought that they were suitable for designs of her future characters. That is how the Teletubbies show was created. Excuse me. Good. Teletubbies first premiered on March 31st, 1997. The first episode to air was Ned's Bicycle, and it introduced us to the Teletubbies. Of course, it was produced by Ragdoll Productions, which Anne Wood founded back in 19, 1984, I think. And Teletubbies was quite big in Britain, though it had mixed to negative reviews because of because they thought the show was dumbing down parents' children and because of the Teletubbies' speech impediment problems. But nonetheless, the show can be colorful and it teaches kids about coordinative play. And now, apparently, the show got cancelled in on February. Well, the show ended on February 16th, 2001, lasting for 365 episodes, which is a big number of episodes to watch in an entire year, since there are 365 days, unless if you skip the unless if you skip the 29th of February. A year later, on September 2nd, 2002, Ragdoll made a Teletubbies spin-off called Teletubbies Everywhere. And the one coincidental thing about it is, I was born on September 2nd, 2002, which is the same year Teletubbies Everywhere was released. And when I found out about that, I was eternally grateful. And I was just out of my mom's stomach, and I was being carried home. Then on Christmas Day, December 25th, 2002, I was opening my presents with my older sister. And one of the best presents I got was a set of Teletubbies plush. Of course, I have 5 of them. I used to have 2 from the set, which were an unbranded Tinky Winky plush, which was medium sized, and a small Lala keychain. I lost 2 of them during my childhood, pre 2010, but I still have 5 of them. So let me show you what they are. The 1996 Golden Bear Talking Tinky Winky, the Golden Bear Tinky Winky plush, which can squeak, and I messed around with his TV screen. And his TV screen used to have a reflection, like if you could see yourself in the mirror, but I got rid of that. I also got the Play School Dipsy from 1998, the 1998 Play School Lala plush, also, and the 1998 Talking Poe, also from Play School. Man, I feel like Andy from Toy Story right now. But unlike Andy, I'm keeping my old Teletubbies toys with me no matter what. I also I also possibly got my first two Teletubbies VHS when I was young. And they are Big Hug and Happy Christmas from the Teletubbies. And if you ask, no, they are not pirated VHS tapes. I just lost the sleeve covers when I was young. They were they were ripped up courtesy of me. But I can prove that they are still real VHS tapes. Like, you see that? That's actually a real label. And that's a real label too. As an Australian myself, the original Teletubbies series used to air around 1998 to 2009, which means February 16th, 1998 to March 2nd, 2009. And I hesitated to watch Teletubbies on ABC Kids when I was young, when I was around 5 to 6, and I was already starting to get interested. But as I continued to watch ABC Kids when I was younger, I heard that Teletubbies was removed, and it didn't air on ABC Kids ever again. But I still love Teletubbies to this day. Heck, a few of my mum's friends even gave me Teletubbies DVDs, which was generous of them, to keep me entertained, and to keep me focused on one of my childhood shows. During around 2013 and 2014, I was losing interest in Teletubbies because I didn't seem to take a really big interest in it anymore. And I stopped taking an interest. Though I still liked it a little bit. I was just I was I was just making a scene to and I didn't want to admit it. But in February of 2015, I started to like Teletubbies again. Because obviously it was a part of my childhood, and I would never let go of it. No matter how old I am, no matter no matter no matter how old I am, and no matter what group of friends I have. And a year prior when I before I liked Teletubbies again, DH DHX Media, now known as Wildbrain, announced a Teletubbies reboot. And when I got back into Teletubbies, I became interested into it. And I wanted to see what it looked like. And on November 9th, 2015, the Teletubbies reboot premiered. And it wasn't the same as the 90s series, but it was but it still held a but it still held a hidden place in my childhood, right in my heart. Apparently, there was never a single Teletubbies episode that premiered on my birthday, which was September 2nd. And I'm not sure if Teletubbies Everywhere counts, since it premiered on the day I was born. But nonetheless, the reboot was decent, not as memorable as the 90s series. And heck, I even started my own Teletubbies DVD collection, grabbing Teletubbies DVDs from the present and Teletubbies DVDs from the past. And I have heaps a lot of them, including some rare ones too. And as you can see right behind me, I have my 2016 Talking Teletubbies plush. So I have Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Pard. And I will never forget those four multicolored creatures. I will never. I will always hold on to them, and I will always give them a big hug. So, no matter how old you are, no matter what group of friends you have, you could still like a show that you used to watch that was made for preschoolers. No matter what the age demographic is, no matter what the target audience is, you could still like it. Just like how I still like Teletubbies as an adult. So, I made this video to commemorate my 20-year relationship with Teletubbies and how I used to love it when I was a baby and how I still love it even as an adult. So this is Rowan Horton, and this is all I'm going to have to say. So it's time for Tubby bye-bye. Goodbye, everyone. Auf Wiedersehen.